So for a long time now, I've been wanting to share part of my testimony, but even the phrase testimony is intimidating to me because I feel like there should be more evidence of change in me before I come online and say that this is me after Jesus. I've known about God and Jesus for as long as I could breathe, pretty much. And after 30 years of following in the faith, like my parents taught me, and I've learned from several friends, I'd like to think that I would have made more progress by now. But I'm calling this video Baby Talk because I still feel like I'm a baby Christian. Like I haven't really grown like I should be. There's so much that I still have to learn. There's still so many choices that I make that I wish I wouldn't. And there's seasons of years that my faith feels like it's like frozen in a time capsule. Like there's no progress, there's no growth. And then I realized within the past few days that it's really not about me as much as it is about God's faithfulness. And He has been with me regardless of how faithful I've been, regardless of how big my words sound when I'm talking to Him, regardless of how faithful I am in attending a church service. God has been a constant, and I can say without a doubt that He's up there somewhere. He is. But He's not only up there, He's here with me. He's here taking care of my kids while I'm making a live video, and John's about to dump out a bunch of water. Awesome. But I wanted to share with y'all that even though I feel like I'm a baby Christian and I still can't get seemingly anything right most of the time, Jesus is worth it. And the closeness that I feel to Him, even when I fail, in spite of the shame that I feel, is just irreplaceable, basically. There's so much religious pressure and this stigma that you have to be presentable in order to be a testimony for Jesus, in order to be evidence that God is real. But just the fact that we woke up this morning is evidence enough for me that He's real. And the beauty of the birds singing, and just knowing that no matter what I do, He is forever, and He's holding everything in His hands, just like that Sunday school song. He's got the whole world in His hands. The biggest revelation I've had lately is how immature my emotions were, and how crippling that is to try and be this spiritually mature being and put on this perfect face of living the right way and saying the right things, doing the right things, teaching your children perfectly. And I was striving so much to do and be right that it was completely unattainable, because the source of life has to be God and the grace that He gives us in our weakness. And refusing to allow myself to be weak or admit when I fail is what was crippling my growth in the first place. So realizing that I've been a baby Christian for 30 years, just in the past few months, I can say I've finally started getting to know progress. And I'd like to say I'm maybe an 18-month-old. I'm a little bit of a toddler now. But if you have any doubts or fears about faith and religion and pursuing a higher power, that's normal. That's completely normal. Don't let the lies of insufficiency inhibit you from just going for it. Just talking to God. Just look up at the sky or look at the face of your sweet little one and tell God thank you for something. Say, Lord, thank you that I woke up this morning. Thank you that I have a house, even if it might be falling apart. Thank you for the birds singing and the air that I can breathe. Thank you that I have a backyard I can walk in without wearing a face mask right now. Just holding on to the things that we have instead of despising the things we don't have is a great way to grow in spiritual maturity, a great way to grow in emotional maturity, instead of camping out in loneliness and depression. Depression has been a big plague in my life for probably a decade, but unofficially, like not diagnosed depression until the last few years after I had a second baby. But the biggest breakthrough, when you feel like you're completely trapped and surrounded by negative emotions, is just giving thanks to God. Praise Him for something. Think of anything you can be thankful for, like having shoes to wear, having literally anything. Like I said, just waking up is an amazing blessing. And as long as you wake up, you can be sure that God hasn't given up on you, because He wants to show you how much He loves you. And He's been with you on this journey the whole time. The whole time. Even when it felt like He might be far away. He just wanted to reach out and hold you. And He's waiting for you to call out to Him. Yep. So don't be afraid. I'm posting this video because I want the worth of Jesus to go viral. And it's not going to happen if we just keep posting negative things about our circumstances, or even positive things. Sharing church messages and worship songs, those are all good, but the best way for Jesus' worth to go viral is for you to tell people about what He's done in your life. So I want to challenge you, if you have met Jesus, I want you to let His worth go viral. And this has been Baby Talk with Christy Patton, because I don't feel at all adequate as a speaker. But I want you to know that God is real and He loves you so much. Bye.